Hello everyone! I have been getting tons of questions about the Dreamlands and also about the co-op with the guest art and all of that. I did explain those briefly in previous videos during this week, but I wanted to make a separate video now just to truly detail page by page every single thing that you need to know about those things. So let's start with the Dreamland. When you arrive at the Dreamland Showcase button, which you can access from your main menu right here, if you click here, you can access the Dreamland, and in the Dreamland, you have 3 tabs. Dreamland PACT, which is optional, Dreamland Chronicles, where you can see your tasks, and Dreamland Store, where you can get new pieces of furniture. So let's explain first if you are fully free to play and you are not going to sign the pact. After I explain this, then I'll explain the pact as well. So I'm fully free to play and I'll never put any stellar rights in my account. How it's going to work for you is you're going to ignore this first tab. It doesn't exist for you. You're going straight to the Dreamland Chronicles tab. Here, you can see all of the tasks that you can complete on that week and how much stones you can get as well. So Dreamland Stones is the currency or reward that you will get for completing these tasks. As you can see here, every time you do any of these for construction, planting, star collecting, fish keeping, animal or other, every time you complete those tasks, you're going to get 120 Dreamland Stones. Okay, every time. This is for free. If you're a free player, you're gonna get 120. Every week, you can get 2,000 Dreamland Stones. You can never gain more than that, so keep that in mind when you're calculating what you want to buy. Once you obtain Dreamland Stones, you can come here to the Dreamland Store. In the Dreamland Store, you can buy these furniture pieces. I can't promise you if you're going to obtain enough to buy everything every week because I don't know how much time you have to play. I don't know how many tasks are you going to be able to complete. But the more you complete, the more stones you get, and with the stones you can buy the furniture pieces. Now, details about these pieces. First, this is just the piece, not the sketch. You will not get a sketch for this. Second, they will not disappear in 25 days. They will stay permanently on the store, but without the discount. As you can see, they have a 50% discount right now. This 50% discount will go away in 25 days, and they will be added to a new tab right here. Okay, so don't need to rush either. You can continue to get those over time as a free-to-play player. You also can buy diamonds and threads and bubbles, but I don't recommend really, I don't see the value in doing that. It really depends on your gameplay, of course, but I would say that the furniture pieces are definitely the coolest part, but maybe you don't care about the home and islands, you could go for these here instead. Anyways, now, if you are a person who is considering to get the pact, I'm going to explain the pact now. For the pact, you will need to sign the pact for 680 stellarites, as you can see here. How does that work? When you click Sign Pact, you're going to get a sketch for the Loving Fufu and Flowers furniture piece. Not only that, but you're going to get a bonus for your Dreamland Stones rewards. So every time you complete tasks here, you're not gonna get just 120, you're gonna get double that. So if you sign the pact, you're gonna get 240 total for each task. Now, some questions that are frequently asked. First is, what if I already done my tasks and I only sign the pact later? What happens then? If it's on the same week, before the week resets, you can still claim the double stones. So I signed up the pact 1 day later and I still claimed the stones that I obtained yesterday. And for the stones you already spent on the store, you will receive those extra stones back. They will be refunded again if you did sign the pact on that same week. But if the week resets and you sign up the pact, you're not going to get the double stones from the previous week, if that makes sense. So the game doesn't save your previous week progress. Now, another thing that is very important to keep in mind is if you do your tasks every single week, so you know that this month you're going to be able to play a lot, if you get the 2,000 every week here, and you reach the 6,000 Dreamland Stones goal, you will be refunded the full Stellar rights. So if you played Fortnite, it's very similar to the Battle Pass, where you buy with the V-Bucks, and if you complete all the tasks, you get enough V-Bucks to buy the next Battle Pass again without having to put money in the game. So if you have a lot of time to play, it is quite player-friendly here. So you only need to invest 680 Stellarites once, and you will have essentially the Dreamland Chronicles forever. Okay, so what is going to happen here if you do sign the pact is you're going to complete all of your tasks, you're going to get tons of Dreamland stones, you're going to spend them in the store, and suddenly you reached 6,000 Dreamland stones earned. Once you reach 6,000, you're going to claim your Stellarites back. Instead of spending these Stellarites on the store, you're gonna save them to the next update, Dreamland Chronicles. So next update, you're gonna put another Dreamland with another furniture piece set, and you're gonna use that same money there for the next set as well. Or even more of the previous set if you want to keep investing on that. I hope that makes more sense, but if you still have any questions about the Dreamland, please let me know down in the comments and I'll try to reply to them as fast as possible. Now, about the co-op, you have multiple different ways to play co-op in your islands. First, you have 3 different ways to visit other people. First way is the most straightforward. You will come here on the signpost, you click view signpost, and you can visit anyone's island, random people that you do not know. You do not have to add these people as friends. You can switch badge and go crazy and find any other person's island. You can click on there and you'll be able to see a little bit about their islands. Interesting cover, love that. And you can teleport to them and visit them, okay? If you want to upload your island, you just need to click here and you can upload your island to be visited by others as well, randomly. It's optional. You only do this if you want to, okay? If you want to visit a friend, then they need to invite you through the friends list. So just like normal co-op works, you go here, you click on friends, you click on this button to invite them. Once you do, they will arrive at your island normally, just like normal co-op playing. You do not need to do anything, they don't need to do anything, you just invite them and they arrive at your island. Everything works just as it was working until today. And there is a third way to visit and host others, which is through the guest arch. So a lot of people were a little bit confused with the guest arch and thought that you needed it to play co-op. You don't. The guest arch is a little bit different from the signpost and from the co-op. The guest arch is essentially telling the game that you and your linked friends are best friends ever, and you want to visit each other even when each other is offline. So even if your friend is offline, you will be able to visit them after you link it up, okay? So now I'm gonna teach you how to link it up because it is complicated. It is not straightforward at all. I had to read the tutorial twice to really understand. To invite a friend for the guest arch or visit, you will need to link your account to theirs. To do that, you come here on the guest arch, you click to interact, then you're gonna click on this orange button to link up. Then they will go on their islands and they will arrive at the guest arch and they could click on the link as well. What is gonna happen though is that they may not even need to do that because they will receive a message on their chat box. So as you see, I asked to link accounts, right? Once I ask to link accounts, they will receive a little message asking with a prompt, do you want to accept this linking? And they will need to accept the linking. Once they do, you will finally going to be able to visit each other even offline. We really struggled with this step. We completely missed the chat, but once you know that you need to open up the chat to confirm the linking, it looks a lot more straightforward. So now that we've learned that, it's super easy. It's just that I had to read the tutorial twice to really find where I had to confirm, because initially it was just like loading forever and we couldn't figure it out. But basically that's it. You come here, you link it up, and then the person who received the link up will have to open up their chat with you and accept the linking. Once they accept, you can break the link on the blue button, or you can visit them at any time, as I'm going to do now. As you can see, I just visited them and they are there. Here they are. So this is their islands. You can like their islands to be a nice person, and you can check out their house. At the moment, I cannot build and I cannot garden at their island, even though we are linked. But Info has already stated that we will be able to do co-op decorating. So I imagine that as we progress our levels on the abilities, probably for gardening and building, we will unlock the ability to plant and water flowers for others and build and decorate together. But I will update you guys with how to do that, if we can do that, when we get to that level. At the moment, we can only upgrade 1 level per day-ish because of the insight, so it will take several days for us to be able to test that. But once I can, I will share as fast as possible. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one.
Ryan Little.